All right. Good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this very first Beyond the Boycott live stream series. I'm super excited. I've been really just anxious and excited about being able to do this and grow this and support as many businesses as possible, guys. And it's even more exciting for me is just the opportunity to highlight amazing businesses across this country. So before we get into the information, hey, my name is Maya Harrison. I am the founder of the Womb Network, as you probably see in the description. The Womb Network, or Women Owned Minority Businesses Network, and we are a new platform for women-owned minority businesses, helping them connect and build together. And we are preparing for our April 2nd launch. And over the past few months, as we've been getting and preparing for this launch, I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do in March? What am I going to do to get folks excited about connecting with and building with women of color who are entrepreneurs. And then the election happened. And all of a sudden, something told me, like, "Ooh, wait a second. What are we going to do in March? What are we going to do to empower not just women of color, and just empower our communities?" And I was going back and forth on what to do. And then we have the news about the economic boycott, right? And so yesterday, if you were paying attention somewhere yesterday, we had the economic boycott or the economic blackout, depending on which link we're looking at, that was intended to send a message. It was mostly symbolic, but to send a message that we are not going to stand for the policies and practices that are being encouraged, frankly, just in this climate and by this administration. And so once I realized this boycott was coming, I got a little frustrated. If some of y'all are my Facebook friends, I had some frustration there, because we have done these 24-hour boycotts before. We always do 24-hour boycotts, and it has to be more. It has to be more than a 24-hour boycott. And in the other instances that we've done 24-hour boycott, and I would say in the last 10 to 15 years, it has been in response to some traumatic event. For example, the murder of Mike Brown, the murder of Trayvon Martin, George Floyd. So we had these boycotts, right? But what happened a lot of times, is we just went back to business as usual, even with just the sheer, just amazing number of organizations that had come together and started creating efforts, and continued to do the work. The majority of us just kind of, okay, I did my boycott. Now, let me get back to doing what I was living my life doing. I was doing, and that's understandable, because it's very hard to make changes. And when something is convenient, something is easy, we don't want to make our lives even more difficult, right? I would say this is different. I say this is a different time. We are in a different circumstance. We're not talking about an isolated incident. We're talking about widespread, just nationwide, global crisis that we're facing. And everything that's happening here in the United States right now, the world is watching us. And so it's really important for us to, yes, come together and boycott. We did the 24-hour, but what is next? What are we going to do next? And I've seen all the conversations on social media, because if there's nothing else happening today on social media, it is a conversation about where are we going next, right? And there's agreement, disagreement, arguing. Look, this is my goal. Okay. And I told folks this week, because I was harsh about the 24-hour boycott in the sense that it was only 24 hours. And my conversation was like, we have to do more. We have to go past 24 hours, guys. This is not an isolated incident that we're fighting against. We're literally fighting for our lives at this point. And so I decided, and somebody said, well, what are you going to do, Maya? What are you going to do? You know how we get. What are you going to do? And I said, you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do, because I already knew that I was going to, we were about to launch this, the pre-launch stuff, as for our womb launch, our womb network launch in April. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take everything that I was planning to do for March and I'm scrapping it. And because I said I want to go beyond the boycott, I just made the hashtag. I don't know if somebody else has done this hashtag before. I don't know. I'm just using it. So if someone else created it, thank you. If not, I did. But what I decided to do is, because of, my connections and, as my network is growing, I said, what if I took this time every day for the next month, from March 1st all the way through April 1st, and every single day jump on live for a few minutes and highlight some businesses that our communities can go to and use and support as alternatives to these businesses that have clearly let us know that our dollars don't necessarily matter in their stores, right? Or in not just their stores, but for their businesses. So I'm just doing my little bit of part. And if you want to help, comment, put your info in the comments. I want to be able to highlight as many businesses as I can. So the way I'm going to do this, over the next 32 days, because March is a little long, right? It's 31 days. And through April 1st. So 32 days. So for the next 32 days, what I'm taking is this list of businesses that I got from some post. I'm gonna show you my list right here. It is long, right? And the title of this list that someone posted is a picture someone posted on Facebook. The following companies have donated to 47 and Project 2025 and are anti-DEI. Try to avoid giving them the money. Please share this with friends and family. All right. So I took this list, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of them or a few of them that are in the same category every single day. And I'm going to give you some alternatives to that particular organization or group of businesses. Does that make sense? All right. So number one, if you are watching this right now, you can do me a solid by sharing. Please make sure you share this. Sharing this live. 2, subscribing to our YouTube channel, or follow the Womb Network page on Facebook or on LinkedIn or wherever else we are. We're on Instagram. We're on Fanbase. Wherever we are, just follow, like, and follow and share it for me. That would be great. And hopefully this will, as we're going along, I will be able to, do a little bit more every single day and share it with more people every single day. Hey, Viola, thanks for jumping on. And I definitely will post the list. I'm going to post the list again. I'm going to share it to all of our socials because someone shared it with me. So I will reshare it. I think I shared it a few days ago, but I will reshare it for the complete list, because you see the list, guys. There's no way that I'm going to be able to cover every single business on that list, but we're going to cover a lot of them. All right, so that's the plan. All right, and share it. Use the hashtag Beyond the Boycott. And you never know, maybe we can start a movement here. Maybe we can, I'm hoping to partner with other organizations. I definitely have some other organizations that are already doing the work that I want to highlight, because this is not Maya. This is not the Womb Network. This is a community effort. It has to be a joint effort among all of us to make sure that we are keeping our dollars circulating in our community. That is the goal. keep our dollars circulating in our community for as long as possible. It's not going to be easy. This is not easy. It's also not going to be convenient all the time. It is going to take a little bit of research. Sometimes you might have to drive a little bit further than you normally would have driven, right? But that is what we're going to have to do. Now, if the moment you start to feel like, this is too hard, I want to fall back, I just want you to think about our parents, our grandparents, great grandparents during the bus boycott. 18 months. It started as a one-day boycott. 18 months. They walked to work. They walked to church. They walked to the store. They did not get on the bus. They shared rides. They jumped on, vans or whatever, but they did not get on the bus. And it was wildly inconvenient. And they managed to do it for a year and a half. And that is what brought about real change. If you need a more recent example, think about what happened after George Floyd and all of the monuments coming down and all of the protests. And, I live in Richmond, Virginia, and, folks were literally camped out at the Robert E. Lee Monument. I mean, they put up basketball hoops. There were vendors. Kids were there. Ballerinas were doing performances until they finally said, we'll take it down. And that lasted for months, guys. So we have to do more than just a 24, right? We got to go beyond this 24. And I hope, my goal is, if I can inspire a few people to share it with a few more people, then maybe we can make some change. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're going to start with a big one. We're going to start with the monolith, right? I think I'm also starting with this one because it is the hardest one for me to personally give up. And that is Amazon. All right. Y'all already know Amazon has, talked about their anti-DEI policies. And even though DEI has factually benefited the African American community the least out of everyone included under DEI, has benefited the Black and Brown communities the least under DEI. We also know that DEI, for whatever reason, has turned into a synonym for Black, right? So, and they have been very vocal about not their anti-DEI policies now, and we know that their CEO and founder is a buddy of 47. So if they're not going to support us in the way that we feel that they should be supporting us, then spend your money elsewhere. So the challenge with Amazon, as you all know, is Amazon is Amazon. Like, I can't act like I didn't enjoy getting my, sometimes daily deliveries, at my door. I'm a Prime member. I have, everything, Prime Video, all those things, right? But there are some alternatives. And so I'm going to feature two different online resources that you can use to get some of the things that you need to use on a daily basis, right? The biggest thing is replacing our essentials. We can find, when it comes to Black and Brown businesses, there are categories that we can get to very easily, right? I always can get to a hairstylist. I know, brother's going to get to the barbershop. And I know that, we have our restaurants, even though we're going to talk about all them too. We have our churches. There are organizations and businesses in our community that we're already supporting. Like, it's where we go, right? However, the essentials are the toughest thing. The groceries, the home goods, articles of clothing that, it's not just, basics like socks and underwear and stuff like that, right? So that's really going to be the hardest thing to replace. And so we're going to talk about a lot of the essentials first over the next couple of days, because that's really what the biggest challenge is going to be initially to continue the boycott is where do I get gas? Where am I going to get my groceries from? I need laundry detergent. I need these things. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to focus on essentials, and then we'll be focusing on some other, business categories that we are able to, just be able to support. All right. So the first, I'm going to share my screen real quick. The first, one I want you to take a look at. It was a website that used to be called We Buy Black. I'm gonna put it next to me. It used to be called WeBuyBlack.com. I loved WeBuyBlack.com. Now it's called Naspora. It's Naspora.com, and I'm gonna make sure that I put the link, and I hope it shows up. I'm not sure where it's going to show up, but I'm gonna put it somewhere. Put the link in the comments so that you'll be able to take a look at it as well. All right. So Naspora.com is such a really cool website. If you've never seen it before, never used it before, I absolutely love what they're doing, what they're building right now on Naspora.com. And it really has a lot of the essentials that you're looking for. It's not Amazon, y'all. Could it be Amazon? Heck yeah, it could be Amazon if more, businesses were a part of it. And so I would, if you have a business that provides something in these different categories and you're not selling on Naspora.com, sign up, right? You're able to sign. You can see I'm already I have an account on here. But I'm not going to go through the whole website, but I'm just going to share a couple of things that I really, really think you need to take a look at. First of all, I love their Essential Black Box, right? So in the Essential Black Box, they give you a variety of different items that just so you can kind of see some samples of different things that are sold on the site, right? So if you're getting the Essentials kit, they're going to send you, if we can try to see if y'all, hopefully y'all can see that, okay? But they're going to send you a box that has products from Black-owned brands. And we're talking about toothbrushes, laundry detergent, dish soap, trash bags, sandwich bags, batteries, light bulbs, like all of these different like everyday items are sold on Naspora, and they are from Black-owned companies, right? So you can get an essentials box. It's $50. It gives you a whole bunch of stuff, just a bunch of stuff, and there's different levels. You can get the small box, medium box, large box, extra large box, and the bigger the box, the more items they send you. You can literally just kind of get one of the big boxes once a month, and you have all your stuff that you need for the month, right? That's really one thing. But let's see if I can look at some of the bundles. So, and their name correctly, is it Swaz Kitchen Kit? Swaz Kitchen Kit. Y'all correct me if I'm saying it wrong, okay? Because sometimes I can't pronounce things. All right, but look at the kitchen kit, guys. Right now, you can get this kitchen kit, your dish soap, your freezer bags, your trash bags. This is a Black-owned company, and this is something that we use every day. I know the first thing you're going to say is like, "Ooh, Maya, $25 though." Yeah, one thing you're going to have to understand during this process is because these are small businesses. These are small businesses. The price is going to be a little bit higher than going to the dollar store. It just is. So I want you to understand, as participating in this, we're also going to be looking at, okay, how can I save some money? Can I buy certain things in bulk? You have to be a little more, you take a little more time to plan out your purchases to make sure that you're staying within your budget. But also think about some of the things you're spending way more money on that you absolutely don't need, so that you can maybe stop spending money on certain things that are, unnecessary, so that you can, during this time, as we are, as we are focusing our dollars where they need to be, maybe just make some sacrifices. Okay, I'm not, maybe we won't go to McDonald's. I hope not. Maybe we'll go to McDonald's so that we can, get some of these essentials, and you're paying just a little bit more than you normally would have paid. All right. So that's one example. Their bath and beauty, guys, there's just so much in the bath and beauty section, your body wash and things like that. And now, look, one thing I do know is that I know a ton of small business owners, Black owned businesses, brown owned businesses that make amazing skincare products. And if you are already supporting them, by all means, keep supporting them. But some of those businesses don't sell some of the things that you'll see here, right? So I Black owned business that sells body wash. I already have that. Body butter, absolutely. But I don't have a Black owned business that I know of for myself where I would get, deodorant. So there's a deodorant for you. The Authentic African Sponge. Toothbrushes, y'all, that's incredible. African soap, I feel like I can, I'm just going to run down to the African shop here and get my African soap. But if you don't have a lot of places, you have to remember, just because in your community you might have access to that, there's a lot of places across the country that just don't have these businesses that sell that. So now you have a national resource where you can get these things. All right. Eczema butter, some body oil, some more different deodorant, get your cocoa butter, things like that. And this actually, look at that, up to 20 pages of products on for Suave. It's so amazing. So again, for the Bath and Body, I said Suave because they're still on my mind. For the Bath and Body, you can sell your books here, guys. Health and wellness, clothing and accessories, bath and beauty, home and living, games and entertainment, children, food and beverage, guys. Under the food and beverage, if you are a chocolate fanatic, why don't you get some chocolate from a Black owned company? I'm just saying. Get your coffee from a Black owned company. I'm just saying, right? So that is one example that I absolutely love, is Naspora.com. It used to be We Buy Black. If you weren't familiar, that they changed their name. So now you know that's what their name is. Okay. And I'm going to give you one more example for today before we end for the day. And this is one I'm just getting, being made aware of. I didn't know about this one before. And so this particular one, I'm going to share the screen real quick. And it is called the BIN. It's the Black Information Network. And I put a link. I'll make sure I have the link here. We'll put the link on for this particular article that they posted. And it is there. There's a Black owned business for that. 50 products made for us, by us. And so what I love about this, guys, is that they have it broken down in categories. So if you look at this article on the Black Information Network, shout out to the Black Information Network, toilet paper, different Black owned toilet paper products, laundry detergent. I know I'm a fan of True Detergent, but there is more than one Black owned detergent company. House paint, what in the world? Oral hygiene products, plants and gardens, sunscreen, baby products, essential accessories, watches, glasses. I love this. All right. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Interior decor and essentials, skincare and cosmetics, food and drinks. I believe that's the last category in this article. So there's another, and if you notice, those are a lot of essentials as well. So I put that one in the comments as well. So the link for that in the comments as well. So as you are planning your shopping for this week, those are two places that you can go to look for your essentials as an alternative to Amazon. All right. And so let's say you couldn't find that stuff yet. All right. Again, we're gonna provide as many resources as we can, but I can't do it, I can't be on here for an hour every single day. So about 20 to 30 minutes. It's probably gonna be even shorter than that once we get going. But also start thinking about looking in your community. Just post it on Facebook. Hey guys, I did that this morning. I'm looking for a Black-owned gas station in Richmond. And someone told me where I can go, all right? We're going to have conversations with each other. It's not going to just be something you can immediately, just immediately find easily, because sometimes Google doesn't really help out with that, right? So we have to share this information with each other. Try to figure out, go to your U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce, not Congress, U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce. Look for Black businesses there. Ask questions. Do a little bit of research before you start shopping. At the end of the day, if you cannot find a Black-owned business or a Brown-owned business, then look who are our allies. Who are the folks that are still supporting DEI? Who are the folks who have a known track record for supporting our community? So I always start there. I start with my Black-owned businesses, and I go to Brown-owned businesses, and then I'm looking to shop with allies, right? And you're going to cover most of what you need just by doing that, all right? At the end of the day, if you absolutely positively, beyond any shadow of any doubt, have to buy something from Amazon, or have to go to Amazon, at the very least, go directly to, like, you can use Amazon as a search engine. Look for what you want to purchase, and then look for that business, look for their actual website, and at least purchase from their website, all right, and not purchase directly from Amazon. That is one way. Another way that you can avoid using Amazon. All right, so I hope this helps. I'm looking forward to chatting with you tomorrow. On Sunday, I will also be going live at 12 o'clock. But during the week, I'm going to be going live at 11:30. Weekend, I'll give myself a little extra time to relax. So 12 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday, and Monday through Friday, I'll be going live at 11:30 a.m. on my personal Facebook page, on the Womb Network Facebook page, in our Womb Network Facebook group, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. Y'all be blessed, be a blessing, and let's make sure that we're getting beyond the boycott. See you guys tomorrow.